Hey there, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome back to our Arsenal Save episode 13 as we look to win the Champions League for the club for the very first time. And you have not missed anything since last episode where we were absolutely destroyed by Manchester City 5-1. Yeah, went a little bit wrong there, didn't it? But this episode, we have a chance to redeem ourselves. It's Europa League semi-final first leg against Dortmund. And then the basic plan is to come back either when we can win the Premier League or for the second leg of this semi-final. If we have a look at the league table, just as a refresher, you can see we're 2 points up with 3 games to play. So we can't win it next game. But if we were to win that, Manchester United were to drop points, then we'd come back for, is it Huddersfield the second game or Southampton? Then we'd come back for Southampton in the knowledge that we could indeed go and win the cup that time. Oh, it's not the cup, sorry, the league. And then you can see we have an FA Cup final to look forward to as well. And as it turns out, a chance to get a little bit of revenge against Manchester City for our humbling. But let's get on to the Dortmund game. And this is the team we're sending out. It's the strongest team we have available to us, more or less. So it's Leno in goal. It's Tierney, Mustafi, Socrates and Bellerin across the back. Xhaka and Milinkovic-Savic in midfield. It's Smith Rowe and Awobi that are going to provide the width. Mkhitaryan in behind Aubameyang. Let's just see what we can do here, boys. Let's just see what we can do. We are, of course, away from home. So away goals here would be very, very welcome indeed. We're going to tell them, we must improvement. Yeah, from our last outing, no kidding. Just the 5 goals conceded. I'm going to say, ignore the pressure. Ignore the pressure, boys. Get out there. We'll get a bit of passion in. We have faith. But we just want to go out there and play our football and just know that we are a good team and we can get this done. All right, here we go. Yeah, we're coming towards the end of the season too, guys. So I want to get a little bit of feedback from you if you can. What you like, what you don't like, what I could be doing better, what you'd like to see more of, all that kind of stuff. So I can look to incorporate that into our next season coming up, where we are, of course, in the Champions League. Thomas Delaney, what a save from Leno. He's just plucked that down, made it look easy, but that was definitely going in the top corner. I feel like catching it was a little bit cheeky, wasn't it? You could have quite easily just tapped that round and would have been applauding him as well. There's a good ball over the top there for Aubameyang. Aubameyang's in here. Can he get the away goal? Aubameyang! 3rd minute of the game, and Aubameyang has snatched that crucial away goal. And let's just take a moment to appreciate their ball from Smith Rowe as well, because that was a cracking pass. Out it was Leno to Bellerin, Smith Rowe, look at that, looked up and just played one of the passes of the season there, and Aubameyang, that's his, 41st goal of the season now? He's just been doing that for fun all season long. So that is a cracking start, looking disenchanted, anxious, that's what we like to see from the opposition. We're dominating possession, early stages here, which is good as well. Let's give it another get creative here. We can make a big step towards the final here, can't we? But we've got to make sure we're defending corners here first, please. Let's get that away. Oh, it's off the post and it's cleared. Mkhitaryan off the line. Never a danger there at all. And that's the end of the highlight. Yeah, I mean, we can obviously take a big step towards the final here. Now, here's Milinkovic-Savic over the free kick. What can he do? No, just was never quite on line. Had a decent look to it, but a little bit high, a little bit inside the post there, wasn't it? But that's okay. Let's give it a demand more here. We've got a lead, but we don't want to sort of rest on that. You can see possession-wise, they're coming back into this as well. And they're a good team. Let's not sort of beat around the bush here. Dortmund are a very, very good team. This is going to fall out there for Xhaka. Can he pick a pass here? Back into Milinkovic-Savic. That's nice for Mkhitaryan. Just rolls it in there. Can he find some space? He's gone out for Tierney. Tierney hasn't quite got to that. Pulisic has cut it out. Are we going to get countered here? No, we've done well. Really, really good header there for Xhaka. That's a cracking pass. Smith Rowe. Can he find Aubameyang in the middle? He's put his foot on it. He's taken his time. He's been tackled. And are we now going to be counter-attacked? Because Bellerin was getting forward in support there. We've won the header well with Mustafi. Oh, we're looking good. Iwobi, here we come again. We're coming forward in waves. Can he pick out Aubameyang? He's gone back post. Aubameyang for 42 goals this season. There are clubs that don't score. I'm a Villa fan. Believe me, there are clubs that don't score 42 goals in a season. And that is just... This is Messi Ronaldo-esque, isn't it? He is, of course, he did win World Player of the Year back in December. At the end of December, I think they give that award out. So he is defending, or the current World Player of the Year, and he's just showing that form all season long. That's 2 away goals. And this is looking... I mean, other than Aubameyang, we haven't done much in the game. He is just... He's just been different class this season for us, hasn't he? I know there's a couple of you that have said you're playing with Arsenal. And I'll be honest, I don't fully remember. I remember discussing Aubameyang, but I don't think anybody else has said he's having quite this sort of season for them. And he's done it too. When we were playing as a duo with him and Lacazette up top, he was banging them in, and he's doing it up there by himself in this formation as well. Since we had the formation change. Sorry if my voice goes a little bit here, guys. As you know, I've had a cold, and I'm just lingering on. It's just not going away for me. That Tierney's won that. Oh no, it's Adobe. Well done, Adobe, tracking back. Early for Aubameyang, pulling into space. This is nice. This is nice. Here we go. Poor forward, boys. Mkhitaryan running at the back four. Milinkovic-Savic takes over. Awobi, can he square it again? Oh, if he had squared that back for tapping at the back post, I would have been out of my seat applauding. Which does it no good because the webcam will then no longer, you'll just see sort of my midriff, which is something no one wants to look at. Let's see here. Smith Rowe, can he get out, pull across back? We have some men in there. It's a good block. That is a good block. Xhaka's looking a little tired here. I wonder if he's got a bit of a kick in the shins or something. The condition seems to be coming back. Might just need to keep an eye on that though in the second half if he has picked up a bit of a knock. Lazio winning 2-0 at home against Villarreal, so that's the other game there. Do we say don't get complacent? I think we do. I think we have to. They've reacted pretty well to that. We'll just tell Alex Iwobi that he's doing okay as well. And we'll get back out there. There's no point making too many changes otherwise, I don't think. I'm tempted to put our Bellerin and Tierney back to fullbacks as opposed to wingbacks. But it's the away leg, and I think it's possibly worth the risk of keep getting them forward and risk, or take the chance of conceding a goal for the reward of potentially getting another away goal, particularly when they're looking like that, because they are not looking like a team that is full of resilience right now. Let's give it a quick demand more here. The next shout is definitely going to be praise because we are doing quite well. How are we doing fitness-wise? I'm thinking Xhaka's not having his best game. We have Ramsey on the bench. He can play as a deep-lying playmaker. There's no problems there. We might just make that change, I think. Anything else we want to do here right now? I don't think so. Half an eye, of course, we've got to have on the league game against Huddersfield. Now, that is obviously a game we should be winning, but we can't take anything for granted. But this has been a relatively good response to that Manchester City debacle, hasn't it? There's a cracking ball for Aubameyang once more. Can he get the hat-trick? Aubameyang! Oh, he's missed it. And this is, of course, Aubameyang's former club, isn't it? We signed him from Dortmund. Or Arsenal signed him from Dortmund. Well, I didn't do it personally. So he is no doubt looking to make an impact. Marco Reus over a free kick. Oh, was that saved by the keeper? Wow, that was a good free kick. Cracking save too, actually, because that was arrowing in that bottom corner. He's done really well to get that round the post. Let's get in front of this, please. Oh, Leno again. He's plucking everything. He's absolutely piss-taking with some of these saves right now. We'll give it some more praise. We're doing well. We are doing well. Smith Rowe's looking tired. It seems silly to make a sub at this point, but I might just bring on Olsen here. It's a good opportunity to give him a little bit of football as well. This is, of course, our young... I think he's Danish, might be Norwegian. It looks like a Danish name, doesn't it? So we'll give him a bit of a chance. Here's a corner, though. It's headed down by Milinkovic-Savic. What a save that is from their keeper. Oh, who is that? Oh, Berkey, of course. That was a really, really good save. They have come right back into this, and I don't want to say they've dominated the game, but they've certainly been arguably the better team. Milinkovic-Savic, can he wrap this up for us? Milinkovic-Savic has gone out for Bellerin. Perhaps smart play there. Can we get a third away goal? Can Aubameyang get his hat-trick? Doesn't look like it. Olsen's there, though. Oof. Crunching tackle, and that's it. 2-0 away from home, boys, in a semi-final. We'll take that, won't we? We've done really, really well there. We've been the better team, certainly match stats-wise, match rating-wise as well. A passionate well done, boys, and on we go. All right, so this is huge. This is huge. So the Spurs have done us a favour, and they have taken... Oh, Manchester United almost lost that game, but they've taken a point or 2 points off them. So a win against Huddersfield in our next game, 4 points clear with 2 games to go, means that we could win it against Southampton. So assuming that I don't go and stuff up against Huddersfield here, we'll be back momentarily for you to potentially win the league. Okay, welcome back, and it is Southampton away, and we do indeed have a chance to win the league title because if we have a look at the schedule here, just to wrap things up nicely, 3-1 we beat Huddersfield Town. Very comfortable win. You can see they got their goal in the 93rd minute, so it took the shine off it a little bit, but it was never in doubt. Olsen opened the scoring. Ramsey with a nice one from the edge of the area, and Lacazette as well gave us the 3 goals. And like I say, we never really looked like losing the game. It was very, very comfortable, almost from the opening whistle. And this is the team we're sending out with the hope of winning the league. Now, what I've basically done is we're trying to win the league with a second string team. We worked out nicely at Huddersfield. We're going to give essentially the same team a go here to see if they can do it at Southampton. Keep the first team fit for that Europa League semi-final. So it's Leno in goal, Kolasinac, Holding, Koscielny and Lichtsteiner across the back. Torreira, we have to Maitland-Niles. We have to drop him in though because he can't really play in behind the striker. And Guendouzi. It's Olsen and it is Welbeck to provide the width for Lacazette. So 4-4-2 it is from Southampton. A win here, like I say, a win here does it. A win and we are champions. A draw, and then we'd only need, I think, a draw in the last game against Spurs, but we want to get this done. Let's go with a calm. We don't want to put too much pressure on them here. Everybody knows what they're doing. Let's just go with the media's been giving you a lot of praise. Some calm faith for those who just haven't quite responded to that initial talk. And everything is looking pretty good to go here. Let's go win a title, boys. And here we go in Southampton with a chance of lifting the title. We've only had a 1-day rest between the 2 games, which isn't ideal. We've gone Sunday, Tuesday, and then we have Dortmund coming up on Thursday. So the good thing about winning that game in Huddersfield is that it means that we don't have to risk players here. We can play this team and then know that worst case scenario, we go out with our strongest team against Spurs and we should be able to get the job done there. But ideally, as I said, we'll get it done here and march on. Not much happening so far, though. And yeah, so my brain is frozen on me here. Let me know what you think to where we should need to strengthen. I didn't really get too much feedback on that last time. 86 million we have in the bank to spend on the transfer kitty over the summer, given that we've qualified for the Champions League. I was saying that I think maybe a target man type, sort of like Olivier Giroud, is kind of replacement. Now that was a nice little bit of play here. He's in Gabardini. He's put it over the bar. So I'm thinking, yeah, maybe somewhere like that is where we could look to strengthen. Let's give it a get creative here. We're looking motivated. A couple of players looking nervous. It's not an ideal fixture list, to be honest. All right, from the corner, can we nod something in here? It's gone into the mixer. It's too close to McCarthy. Come on, boys. Come on. The other leg of the Europa League 2 I didn't mention, it finished 4-0 to Lazio. So chances are, if we go through, that's who we'll be playing in the final. That's a good take from Ings, and he scored. Oh, the danger signs are there, aren't they? We have not come out of the gates here at all well. We don't need to see that again. It was a good goal. We'll watch it. It was a good goal. Credit where it's due to them. It was a nice ball. Good take from Ings. Not much chance for Leno, was there? But this has been relatively poor. Let's give it a demand more. Looking nervous, which isn't great. Half-time, we're going to have to get stuck in here, I think, because this hasn't been good enough. We've been completely outplayed. And, yeah, so other than that, it's going well. Half-time it is. I'm going to get aggressive because I feel like things aren't going to plan here. Where's your passion, lads? That's worked well. We won't change anything just yet. We'll get straight out there. I didn't want to risk playing Mkhitaryan again. I'm beginning to wonder if maybe I should have done that. I did play him in the last game against Huddersfield and then took him off once we had a lead. And I mean, that is ideally the way you like to do things, is, win a game and then take them off. But yeah, I mean, I don't even have him on the bench this time, to be honest, do I? Got Smith Rowe there. We do have a Aubameyang, though we're not creating anything, and that seems to be the problem here. we're going to go attacking. Let's have a look here. Are we currently exploiting the flanks? We are not. So we might try that. I'm going to give this a few more minutes, and then we're going to look to take Maitland-Niles off, I think, for Smith Rowe and play him in behind Lacazette, because we just are not creating a single thing here. Have we even had a highlight? I don't even think we've had a highlight yet. Let's see if we can build from the back here. It's only 58 minutes gone. Still plenty of time. We need 2 goals. We've scored 2 goals in much less time than half an hour before. So no need to panic. It just hasn't been a sort of awe-inspiring performance as of yet. Guendouzi back out to Kolasinac. Maitland-Niles. We're just sort of no penetration there, is there? That looks like a good ball out for Olsen. What can he do? He's looked good on occasions for this season, Olsen. That's a decent ball for Maitland-Niles. If he goes again, here we go, Kolasinac. Can we get down to the byline? Pull one back. Pull one back. It's there. It's there. It's Welbeck. Go! Danny Welbeck gets us back on level terms. And it's just about our first highlight of the game, that one. I would go as far as to say undeserved. Undeserved equal left. 14th goal for Danny Welbeck. He's quietly racked up the goals, hasn't he? Like I've been saying, though, he just wants too much money, I think, for someone that we're not playing that often. But that is a good finish. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do we offer Danny Welbeck a new contract? 80 grand a week, 85 grand a week, something like that is what he's tended to be after. What changed? Oh, exploit the flanks. Yeah, I'll keep going with that, I think. So yeah, I don't think we're showing passion. Let's demand more. I don't necessarily think it's worth it for someone that we're not playing that often. We do have young kids coming through that can play wide, and Keita, the striker, that can play through the middle. So I'd almost rather give them the game time that we're getting. Here's Lacazette in here. Can he get a finish? No. Would Aubameyang have scored that? That is the big question there, isn't it? We have having Keita on the bench. I'd almost rather give the kids the playing time in the wide areas or or up front than. Let's see, get creative here. Can Torreira knock one in? A special one. Oh, it's there for Maitland-Niles. Oh, how has the keeper saved that? Oh, that looked in for our money. All right, we have a corner. We'll keep going with the attacking play. A point isn't bad for us, but it doesn't win us the title. And I want to win the title today. Get that out of the way. Then we can go to Spurs and rub it in their face. It's out for Olsen. He scored from the year before. He's gone out for Tierney, though. No, it's not Tierney. It's Torreira, sorry. It's not in. It's not in because it's never in. I don't know why that's in the game. All right, do we make... Olsen's not having a good game. All right, let's make a sub. Let's bring Smith Rowe on for Olsen. Can we play him as attacking? Yeah, let's get him going forward a little bit more. Torreira's looking tired. I don't really want to play... Lichtsteiner's looking tired as well. Let's bring Ben Schaaf on for him. It's tough asking a 36-year-old to, in the space of 3 days, play 2 games as a wing-back. That is a big ask. Kolasinac to Maitland-Niles. Back to Kolasinac. Can he get a ball in? Maitland-Niles, come on. Drives in. Can he get a finish? Can he finish? No, he can't. 5 minutes to go. I don't want to throw it all away by telling him to push forward, but at the same time, I want to tell him to push forward. Come on, boys. Oh, Lacazette's picked up an injury. They're frustrated by that. I'm not going to bring Aubameyang on. Oh, it's going to the final day, boys. It's going to the final day. Well, at least we get to win it at Spurs, and is that better than going there, rubbing it in their face that we have already won it? Probably not, is it? I mean, the good thing is Spurs they'll think they have a chance to stop us, which is nice for them, isn't it? Give them a little bit of hope, because God knows they've had nothing else. Are we going to nick this and score the most unlikeliest of goals? It doesn't look like it. Decent tackle from Ben Schaaf, but that is the end of the game. A 1-1 anticlimax. Good news is we have some fresh players for the final, for the semi-final second leg. I'm going to be assertive and say that was disappointing. So it is. We're 2 points clear, 1 game to go. Goal difference is fine, so a draw against Spurs will do it for us. Obviously, we don't want to win on a draw. Lacazette's injury, it's just a 1 or 2 dayer. We've paid 150 grand for Schaaf. That's fine. And that's it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed that. And if you have, please do hit like. And if you're new, subscribe. Ring the bell so you know when I've uploaded new videos. And we'll be back on Friday for the second leg of the Europa League semi-final. Can we book our place in the final? And then, of course, we'll wrap up. Hopefully, we'll wrap up, because if we go to Spurs and lose this title, I'm going to get absolutely torn a new one. So we'll come back for hopefully win a title next episode on Friday as well. But until then, I've been Aussie Bill, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.